My name's Andreas Hernandez, and I just started in sustainability studies as a lecturer. My work has been largely focused in the south of Brazil, and it's been a great place to do research. Everyone passes through there who's interested in social and environmental transition. When I entered into graduate school, I was a little on the fence if the university is an interesting place to do the kind of work I wanted to do. And today I think it's a resounding yes. In that it's not always easy, but I think places like the Latin American and Iberian Institute make it easier to have one foot in the rigor and the deep thought and contemplation of the university, and then one foot in the world, as an actor, with agency. And I'm being artificial at that. I think the more the university can open and really integrate, I think the more useful, we are as a public project. I've really enjoyed being able to look around the planet because there are springtimes everywhere around the planet. There are things happening at every scale which are modeling the direction that we need to go. And it's not one direction, it's many different directions. And I draw from the great insight of the Zapatistas from the south of Mexico, who in the late 90s were talking about, we need one world where many worlds are possible. And so to give you an example of some of the research I'm trying to do, I had a grant and I had a sabbatical to complete a film project, which I just started. And we were calling it New Story, Pathways to Sustainability. And we hope to in the future, make a series where every episode treats something amazing happening somewhere on the planet that we can learn from. And it happening at some scale. And so it's not that we have to take this and put it somewhere else, but we can learn from that. What lessons can we learn? Is there a template we can use? And I really wanted to know the world, whatever that meant to me at the time. And very quickly I started getting involved in things. And that started getting my interest kind of to graduate school. At the same time, I grew up playing drums and participating in the arts, and then later co-founded an arts collective in Vancouver, British Columbia that was quite successful, and kind of do more experimental arts. And so at a certain point, at the end of my master's, I found myself at this strange kind of nexus of a very artificial question that I wish I would have talked to more people about. Would have saved myself a lot of trouble. That I thought, okay, well, I've reached a certain height, maybe in my activism and political work, maybe in my arts, where I kind of need to focus. And so I made this artificial choice between the arts or kind of this more political work. And then I started to slowly realize that, of course, the arts are critical. And especially in this more political trajectory, because we know now more clearly than ever that facts and figures are not enough. That we are human beings, we live inside stories, we live inside ecologies of emotion. And so I think if we're to work in the real world, that the arts are a huge tool. And so I really enjoyed being able to pull those two things together. And that, to me, became kind of the grounding of my own well-being as an academic. But filmmaking would be my major form of academic production. I really see myself today as having one foot in the United States and one foot in Brazil, and another foot in some other places. I don't know how many feet I have. And so I wish I could tell you it was because of X, Y, and Z. But it's really this confluence of things which my attention and my political life, my social life, and my personal life is more and more embedded in Brazil. I think it's important to go where our energy and enthusiasm is. Follow the threads, both in terms of methodology and what you're looking at, of what really excites you. And maybe with that, you'll either fall outside of the academic system and never get a job, I apologize, or that you'll be doing something that's a little interesting and people need to know more about, and people will find you, where they're looking for someone who's doing something that's on the cutting edge. then that will be the position for you. So that's my advice.